You like to believe you choose, that your mind is a parliament, a council of reason, weighing evidence, deliberating, deciding. That is comforting, but it is not true. Your decisions are emotional before they are rational. Logic is merely the scribe, the clerk, hired after the verdict is already delivered. Before you decide, your emotions have long since acted, have long since marked the map, drawn the boundaries, sounded the alarm. Recall the last time you truly changed your mind, not about trivialities, but about a path, a person, a principle. There was a moment, a pinprick instant, where the old position could not survive. It felt like insight, clarity, an arrival at reason. But rewind, go deeper. Before the thought emerged, there was sensation, a sudden heaviness in the gut, a flush of heat behind the eyes, a tightening, a constriction, as if the body swallowed something that would not go down. That was the signal. The mind arrived later. It gathered evidence, curated memories, built a flawless narrative for why the feeling was now truth. You were not deciding. You were being observed by your own instincts. You are not a parliament. You are a throne room. And on that throne sits a sovereign, silent, ancient, wordless. It leans toward fear, recoils from disgust, inclines toward attraction. It does not debate, it does not deliberate. It simply registers, it dictates. And then the advisors, your conscious mind, your rational thoughts, scramble to interpret the sovereign's inclinations. They write the edict, dress instinct in the robes of logic, craft the story that makes the primal decision appear reasoned. Logic is public relations, emotion is king. Consider hatred. You never decide to hate. A person, an idea, a sound triggers a wire deep in your emotional circuitry. The feeling blooms, hot and immediate. Your mind, loyal as always, rushes to build justification, seeking evidence, weaving narrative so airtight it convinces you that reason arrived at this decision. It did not. The choice was made in the shadows long before you entered the room. Reason is only the press release. Imagine yourself at the helm of a boat. Your hands grip the wheel, steady, confident. You plot the horizon, chart a course. You believe you are steering. But beneath you a current moves, ancient, deep, unyielding. It is the aggregation of inherited fears, of instincts carved by losses, of attractions coded into your circuitry. The hands on the wheel adjust to it, but they do not command it. You are not in charge. You are a passenger in your own voyage, a witness to the forces that precede your awareness. Your choices are concessions to currents that already exist. Watch yourself the next time temptation rises. Indulgence, distraction, anger, desire. There is a split second between impulse and action. You believe you are choosing. You are not. You are observing the sentence being executed, the verdict delivered in an unseen courtroom. What you call willpower is only the ability to delay, to stagger the enforcement of a decision made elsewhere. Rarely does it overturn it. Every rationalization you generate. I was tired. It was special. They deserved it. Is a report from the PR department, not a decree from the sovereign. This is not a denial of responsibility. It is a relocation of it. The authority does not sit where you believe it does. You are not merely the thinker, the decider, the conscious agent. You are the entire system. The throne, the sovereign, the scribes, the courtiers, the walls, the chambers. You live within the architecture of decision long before consciousness is called in. To believe otherwise is a necessary illusion, a trick your mind permits so that survival does not feel like slavery. Every deliberation is a rationalization of emotions already enacted. Every argument, every vote, every love, every purchase, every moral choice, it is emotion solidified into reason. It is instinct dressed as insight. It is history masquerading as free will. And yet, the illusion is exquisite. You experience it as choice, as liberty, as identity. You are not a statue, unmoving, deliberate, autonomous. You are a weather system, a climate of feelings, storms of inherited attraction, currents of fear, pressure systems from a past you cannot remember. Your conscious thought is the forecast you issue. You believe you are predicting the weather. You are merely reporting it from within. The compass of emotion moves first. Your brilliant logical mind follows, drafting the map to justify the trajectory. Free will feels real until you study the mind. You move through life convinced you steer by stars, by reason, by deliberate choice. In truth, you sail according to deep magnetism, an internal current older than your identity, older than your memories, older than the logic that will later claim authorship. Your mind explains, rationalizes, narrates, legitimizes, but the decision, the movement, the path was never yours to begin with. If this revelation unsettles you, if it exposes the illusion you trusted as free will, then it has done its work. Support Audiobook Vision by subscribing. Like this video if it illuminated what you have always sensed but never named. Share it with someone who still believes they choose, unaware that emotion has always decided first.